Today's story is sponsored by Match Property Managers. Good morning. Thanks for watching Living Local. We are back here with my friends at Match Property Managers, and I'm chatting with Robbie. How are you doing?
I am great, Rain. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to be back chatting with you.
Always. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, well, thanks. So today we're kind of talking about long-term rentals. So you were telling me that that was kind of what you started with, right?
Yeah, when we originally opened the business, we started with long-term rentals, and then we kind of switched into doing some short-term too. So now we do it all. We do commercial, we do long-term, we do short-term. We're kind of like all in one management company.
Yeah. Well, for folks that don't really know all the lingo and all this stuff, what is a long-term rental?
So a long-term rental is, we have people who buy investment properties. We have people who may move out of town that don't want to sell their house. So
Sure.
What they'll do is they'll call us and they'll have us rent their property out for them. So we vet tenants, we make sure that we get the right tenant to go into the right property. Hence, Match Property Managers, connecting people and places. So,
Love that.
we want to make sure that we vet the tenants properly, get the right person in your property, and we want to do all the maintenance on it for you. We have our own in-house maintenance crew, cleaning crew. We have all that stuff up under one roof.
Okay. And long-term, are these kind of like year-long leases or?
Yeah, they're usually on an annual basis.
Okay.
We can, obviously, you can renew a contract with a homeowner and manage it longer, depending on how long they want us to manage it for them.
Right.
But it takes the headache off of them having to deal with the maintenance of the property. I mean, you have things, hot water heaters go out, you get problems with roofs. So it's our job to treat their property like it's our own.
Sure. And you kind of keep them informed along the way if anything happens or who the tenants are, and you go out there at all hours of the day if something goes wrong,
Yeah,
right?
several calls at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So, we keep the owners informed. We have, high-tech software where, you can log into your account. You can see what's going on with your property at all times, whether it's when the rent's paid, whether there's a maintenance call going on, when we've completed the maintenance call, what those costs are. And we notify the owner. So we're not going to just go out and do things to your property without notifying you.
Right. I love that. Well, and today we're going to be chatting with Bob, who's kind of a long-time client of yours, right?
Yes, ma'am. Bob Sweet. He is one of my first clients, actually.
Okay.
And he's got a lot of great things to say about us. He was with a previous management company, wasn't happy, and that happens a lot. It's not that the other management companies are bad. It's just that it might not fit their criteria of what they need. So
Sure.
Sometimes they might switch and come to another company. And Bob switched from another company, came to us, and he's been extremely happy with our service.
Yeah, I love that. Well, we're going to chat with Bob and hear how it went. So now we're with Bob. How are you, Bob?
Fine, doing well,
Oh,
thanks.
good. I'm excited to talk to you. You've been with Match Properties for what, 2 years?
Several years now.
Okay. And tell me kind of about your experience. I know you were with another property management and then you found Match, right?
Yes, right. My wife and I own a rental property in another Carolina Forest community.
Okay.
And following a disappointing relationship with that property manager, we were looking for another company that would clearly be client-focused and give us meet the expectations that
Sure.
we had. So after an active search, we settled on Match Property Management. And I could not have been more pleased with that relationship.
Right. I love that. Now, when you were looking around for a property management group, what made you pick Match? What stuck out for them?
Well, from the very outset, Robbie is a very hands-on person. And it was just apparent from his personality and of his making it apparent from the outset that his primary responsibility was meeting his clients' expectations or exceeding them. And everything else, the stability of his company, the growth of his company will follow if he does that. I read a number of reviews, and across the board, he was getting really rave reviews from existing customers, and I have clearly found that to be true.
I love that. Well, thank you, Bob, for telling us about your experience. I love to hear, your side, the client side of how well they're doing.
Yes.
And if you'd like more information about Match Property Management, you can visit the information on your screen. Thanks so much for watching Living Local today. We'll be right back. Today's story is sponsored by Match Property Managers.